Hello and welcome to my January 2020 bullet journal setup. I'm starting with a quote page and then my cover, because I wanted the cover page to be on the right hand side and I had a spare page after my just general 2020 setup, so I decided to put a quote page on there, which you can see me decorating now. And yeah, I did say in the 2020 video that I was gonna show that I might show the quote page that I added to the very start of my bullet journal in this one, but then I put it as the thumbnail, so don't really need to. But yeah, I decided for this quote page to kind of just do like a naturey sort of wild flowers and leaves and stuff like that sort of thing, and I actually quite liked how it turned out, because I'm not the most artistic person, something that I want to work on, but at the minute I am not the most artistically inclined, so I think it looks quite good and it was quite easy to do rather than me attempting something that just completely didn't work. And yeah, I'm just using my mild liners as the colour in this spread, so yeah, the only supplies that I used in terms of colours were the mild liners, and then I used a silver Sharpie later on as well. But on the cover page, as you can see, like the pencil drawing, I've put a bottle of wine or something like that into kind of pouring into a wine glass, because it is my 18th birthday month, so I thought that'd be quite a nice thing to do because it kind of sums that whole thing up. And then on the quote there, it was meant to say in your deepest heart, and I put self, and then I should have just left it as self because now you can see the Tipp-Ex on it, but it's all good. And I thought that was quite a nice quote as well, because it helps kind of remind you to be true to yourself and stuff like that. And as it says, celebrate who you are in your deepest heart. It's about loving yourself, and it's just very positive, which I think is a nice way to go into a new year and a new decade and all of that. I just think it's really nice. But yeah, on the cover page that you can see me doing now, I did like the fake lettering thing. I don't know what it's called. Like the fake calligraphy. And then I thought it'd be nice to actually fill the down streaks in which are the thicker parts with silver, so that's what I did, and then I'm just going back over to kind of sharpen up the lines and everything. And then of course just writing out the calendar for the month. And then I just put this nice yellow border around it, because it kind of, you'll see in a minute, like with the colour that I do the wine, because obviously I'm using my mild liners, so I don't have a million colours. It kind of ties in with that, and it's just quite a positive colour. I do like a bit of yellow, and then obviously there's yellow in the sunflower and like the weird stuff that I did at the bottom of the quote page as well. Just kind of ties it all in, and it's quite nice. And then I decided to use this pink on the label because it's one of my favourite mild liners, and then that ties in with the quote page as well because it's on there, but also with the rest of the month because I use it throughout the month. And you might have seen there as well that I decided to put some silver on it because I could, so yeah. Okay, so I'm moving on to my big monthly calendar. So I'm going to use this kind of to help me plan out my month sort of thing. So at the minute I've just put in there like birthdays and there's like a day that I've got an exam and the days that I've got auditions and stuff like that. And then as the month goes on, I can kind of, if there's anything that comes up for later in the month, I can pop it in here just to help me plan it out and just have kind of a general overview of what's going to be occurring in the month. And then of course I can use my weekly pages to kind of go in more detail with that sort of thing as well. And I thought it'd be quite nice to use the silver Sharpie again to put like little dots for dates rather than just writing a number. I did actually struggle quite a lot writing over the Sharpie because I couldn't find a pen that works on it properly, but I managed, it's all good. And then I decided it looked a little bit bland as well, so you can just see me like putting in birthdays and stuff now. I decided to decorate it a bit because there wasn't really a theme in it at all. It was just the colours from the other pages. So I tied in with the wine on the cover page and the kind of wildlife thing on the quote page. So up on the left there's 2 glasses of wine that are kind of like cheers in, and then on the right there's the stem thingies. I don't even know, it looks like, I don't know, it's just a line that has colour on it, but the purple one looks like lavender and the green one looks like leaves, and I just did it in other colours, so that can be whatever that flower looks like. Okay, and then onto my habit tracker for the month. I'm tracking 6 habits. So I've done it 2 trackers across and 3 down. Decided to do it with these black dots rather than writing out the days or anything like that. Purely because I couldn't be bothered to write all the numbers, if I'm honest. But yeah, with the black dots, what I'm thinking of doing is circling them with a colour once I've done it, because then I can see the days that have colour, I've clearly done it, and the days that don't, I haven't. So the 6 habits I'm going to be tracking are having 1 vegan meal, reading for enjoyment, sleeping for at least 8 hours, going to the gym, doing something creative, and revising because I've got mocks coming up. And again, I just use that pink mild liner on there, and then I'm making a January memories spread, which at the minute is literally just an empty page that says January memories, but what I'm thinking with that is that it'll kind of be like a scrapbooky page, so I can use that to put just random pictures on it and like write about things and all of that sort of thing, and then I can look back on it. It's like having a little mini scrapbook, but it's 1 page for the month, and I think that's quite a nice idea. And then I'm going on and doing my weeklies. I decided to draw them all out because I probably wouldn't keep up with it if I didn't draw them all out now. That does mean that if I don't really like this style that I've chosen to do, then I'm going to be stuck with it for the month, but that's fine because I can just change it in February if it doesn't really work for me. But I just thought it'd just be a good idea to do them all, because otherwise it'd get to the 2nd week of January and I won't have done it, and then I'll just give up on doing the bullet journal full stop. So and I am including the first 2 days of February as well. I did consider just doing it up to the 31st of January and not putting the Saturday and Sunday on, but then I thought there wasn't really much point in doing that, because then in February I'd have a spread that was literally for 2 days. So I've included them, and then obviously in February it'll just go from the 3rd. Again, these pages are quite simple, like they're quite minimalist. I've literally just put a small number for the day, and then like a little bit that says notes, which I might change. I might add colour to it. I haven't decided yet. I'll just see how it goes. Yeah, this is the flip through. There's bits of rubber all over the page, that's why I keep wiping them. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. It is quite a simple setup, but you know, there's no point going all out if it's not necessary. So yeah, thank you very much. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!